Well, we're in the Amsterdam airport. It's Monday morning. We spent all day Sunday flying here, and it is actually now, by Amsterdam time, only 10:30. And we'll be leaving at 11:15 for the hotel. And
Shirley, you're on camera.
We're already working. We've only made it today.
we're already fixing up Grandma.
I didn't even get on the flight with that risky.
So this is the start of our trip.
The beginning. Scary.
This is an old city in Holland. This is the wall surrounding the city. This is the original church. This is a Jewish cemetery. It's on the outside of town. It was the Jewish tradition that their cemeteries would be outside of town, so this is outside the gates or the city wall. This is another view of the Catholic Church. That was where the city walls were around. Take on boat ride on one of the canals in Amsterdam here. And these are the houseboats that are on the river here in Amsterdam. This is the Grand Amsterdam Hotel. This hotel cost about $600 a night, but you get 3 servants per couple at this hotel. Well, we're here at a dairy farm. The Jacob Boven Dairy Farm. And we're going to go in and see how they make cheese and see the cows and see everything.
Welcome in our cheese farm. My name is Connie and I will first explain how we make cheese and then you can have a taste of what cheese is. So that's the better part. In the morning, we put the milk in a container and we heat it up till 28 degrees, and that's a very important temperature for liquid called rennet. Rennet is an enzyme and makes the milk thick like putting in half an hour. We wait for half an hour and then we start cutting it with 3 big knives, and when we cut the milk, the whey and the curd is separating. The whey, the fluid part, is 90%, the curd, the cheese only 10%. So we need 10 liters of milk to make 1 kilo of cheese. The whey we can use for the cheese, so we feed that to the animals. And the curds, the final cheese, we press together in the plastic molds. We have plastic molds for small cheeses and wooden molds for the big cheeses. And every cheese we press together with a label. Every cheese must have a label because that's the tax we are paying. And on the label you can always read the fat percentage, the name, that's made in Holland, and a number. And all those numbers are registered by the government, so you can be sure about the quality. Now over there we press our cheeses together, and we do this for 2 or 3 hours with 3 or 4 kilos of weight. And then we put the cheese into a brine bath for 24 hours. A brine bath contains 20% salt and 80% water. And the cheeses are going in there for the salty taste, the hard rind and some preservative. When they are dry, we start classifying them, and then they go upstairs. And the young cheese stays there 3 weeks, middle-aged cheese half a year, and an old cheese a year or even longer. So it's all the same cheese, it's just a matter of time that makes the different flavors. Now this one is 6 years old. You better not eat this one, it will cost your teeth. This one you can use for the bowling and for the burglars, not for eating. You can eat the cheese till it's 2 years old, so you have a nice cheese, you can grate it. But after 2 years the flavor is too strong. And our small cheeses are all young, 3 weeks old. And over here we make cheese from the cow's milk, the goat's milk and the sheep's milk. The goat and the sheep is always natural, because it gives such a small amount of milk. A cow gives about 27 liters a day, a goat about 7 and a sheep about 3. Now from the cow we have more milk and more flavors. This one is with caraway seeds, the red is the plain normal one, the next yellow one is with peppers, and the green one is with a mixture of herbs and garlic, the dynamite cheese. And our specialty, it looks like a sausage, but it's real cheese, smoked cheese. First we melt a young, a middle-old and an old cheese, then we put it in a sausage form and we smoke it with wood. That's why it has a brown skin. You can also eat the brown skin. And every cheese is waxed, so you can keep it for 3 months without refrigeration. It's for all the cheeses, and as long as the cheeses are closed, you can bring it all over the world, no problem. In Holland, we have a very handy knife for slicing the cheese. Like this, you have the best taste of the cheese. And we have a special knife for the pizza, for the spaghetti. You can also grate vegetables and potatoes with it. Now thank you for your attention. That's what I can tell you about cheeses. I have enough for all of you to taste.
Don't walk in the wet paws, urine. Because contamination.
And these are some of the sheep that they make cheese with. Now we're at a little shopping area in Amsterdam, a quaint little village. And shops all along the street here. This place is right on the seaside. We see all the boats.
Meist nachher immer weg und ich werde das ja immer schön.
Ja, da ist es wohl.
Ja.
17th century, Antwerp is 100 years before. The glorious period of Antwerp was from 1500 till 1600. The glorious period of Amsterdam was 1 century later, 100 years later. So all the houses here, living houses at the time, was living the aristocracy of this town. They became very well to do, and that's allowed himself instead of a small town hall, which was there, he could allow himself a large town. And then they built this town hall here. This is what you call Renaissance style. Between 1500 and 1600, it's always horizontal. It's one line on each other, horizontal. That's the style between 1500 and 1600. And this is a Renaissance town.
Antwerp, Belgium. And this is one of the churches here. It's in the center of the town. We're at the Netherlands American Cemetery. This is the cemetery, and it's a memorial for those who died during World War II, for the American soldiers. It's a monument for them. And here are the graves of the Americans that were killed in this area during World War II.
I missed this war by about 4 years.
We're on a boat ride on the Rhine, having a little lunch. Bratwurst and Wiener Schnitzels. Everyone's having a good time. This is the city of Bonhoeffer.
Names of these castles are the Liebenstein
And this church has
These
the
castles
Black
dated
Madonna
back to
in
the
it.
13th centuries. In between these two castles, we have the Streitmauer, or as we call it, the Quarrel Wall. Here we see now of Bad Salzig. Bad Salzig is very well known for its radioactive waters for curing sciatica, rheumatism, and internal problems.
This is another historical German town here along the river. With their church. And this is a castle along the Rhine River. See? Down below the castle is the village. And this is the church of the village. And again, this is more of that. Our castles that are high, and then down below at the base, along the river, will be the villages. We're inside the church in Heidelberg. This is the ruin of the Heidelberg Castle that we're about ready to go to. We're up at the Heidelberg Castle and looking down over the city of Heidelberg.
It's been shot for years and then finally
And this is a close-up of the castle. Down below we can see the grounds. And the ruins. Now we're inside the courtyard of the palace, of the castle here at Heidelberg. We've come to another city in Germany, Glockenstiel, I believe is the name. And this is the city wall. We're on the inside of it. It's the doorway we came through. We're going up the street. The name of the city is Rottenburg. This is more Rutenburg. The old shops in the city here. This is Rutenburg. We just stepped outside or on the wall, but outside here is a beautiful garden, and we're in the garden area. And this is where the gardens are, outside the wall.
Oh, there's the window. Oh, it's the two windows on the side. come out further, don't they?
I think that's as far out as it comes.
If they come out further, let's take another picture. I mean, there's two pictures. One now. Shutters are on, and then one when they open.
See.
Well, there his arm is moving.
What? We're on our way to Munich, and we're stopping at a palace.
You see, it's a very interesting building. In the middle you have the main building. On both sides the same. Look at this. You have on both sides the same buildings. Always unreal. Yeah, it's unreal. It was built in the late 70s.
These are the front grounds of the palace. So this would be the front of the palace. This was a hunting that ended up never being used for hunting, but the queen used it as a private palace, as a little retreat to get from her, to get away for herself. And this is on the grounds of the palace that we just saw. We're here in the town square. We're going to record the Glockenspiel, which is the clock, when it goes off today at 11 o'clock. This is the building that it's in.
I got the beer drinking happy voice.
Innsbruck, Austria, and this is a city marketplace. I mean, one of the streets in Innsbruck. This is the monastery in Ettal we're going to visit this morning.
For profession chess. No, all this is not. The work to do. It's over here in front of Thomas believed that he was Christ. We call it in English the Imperial Thomas. The doubting Thomas. And the right hand side we have the Holy Sebastian, who was shot by arrows. He became a Christian in Rome. And then they covered it with a very light paper of gold.
Way back to the bus. That way. Okay. Only the exit.
Yeah. Found it.
This is the back of the palace.
Right there, he died.
This is the castle, Neuschwanstein. Here we have another castle nearby the Castle Neuschwanstein. town, city in Italy. Just taking a walk around the city here. We're at the food mart, the produce area, marketplace here along this street in Italy. We're in the city of Verona. This is the legendary city of Romeo and Juliet. Underneath the city of Verona are the ruins of the ancient city of Verona, and this is the part of the water system that served the ancient city of Verona. And this is the balcony of Juliet, Romeo and Juliet. The statue of Juliet. And then we have the marketplace in Verona. You can see the ancient buildings in the background here.
Doing a double wall around it. We all keep most of the houses around the arena have big money, everything. This goes from the design.
This is the arena near Verona. About ready to go see. Well, we're on our way to Venice. We have to take a boat. Take a boat to get into the city of Venice.
Okay, so this, there it is. He's pulling out the hot glass, the molten glass. Sand is 150 kilos, about 217 pounds of sand melted with methane gas. Then we add 56 kilos of soda. Then 13 kilos of calcite, which is borax in English, borax. For 2 weeks, under methane gas, becomes almost liquid, incandescent because of the heat. It takes 2 weeks in order for the composition to melt. Culonero, spegni tutto, vero?
No, ti spegni il blocco, tutti in blocco.
Cosa?
Tu butti tutti in blocco, cosa fai? Vado di qualcosa.
No, volevo sapere la velocità della luce non si spegneva.
Dove dico che sono...
Ah, no. Leonard is not only the glass master blower, he's a colleague of mine that you're going to see some of his production today. So this is phase one. Okay, this is just a small object, but normally it can take about 30 minutes just to make one goblet, the clear goblet. But then we wait 24 hours for decoration, like gold decorations and things like that. So grazie Doriano for your time.
Please sit at the tables, which
This is the restaurant in Venice. Getting ready to eat.
I know there was a white one.
you want to sit here? Yeah, let's try it.
You don't want me to do that?
we want to use. We were walking around.
We're in the city of Lucerne, and this is the fountain. Well, we're going over the Alps. The tunnel was closed, and so we've stopped at a lookout point. This is looking out from the back of our hotel room off of the balcony in Switzerland. The fog is on the ground. You can see the mountain valley. Well, we're in Switzerland, and this is the way the McDonald's are in Europe. Still have Ronald McDonald here. Granite tables, wood benches. Indoor kids play area.
Wonderful.
We're in Lucerne, Switzerland. And these are just some shops here in this city. Well, we've taken a ride, a gondola, up to the top of the Alps. And this is a view over the Alps here in Switzerland. We're up on the Alps, and down below are the cows, and you can hear the cowbells. We're in Kaiserberg in France. This is the birthplace of Albert Schweitzer. Mercados that we find in Mexico. Oh, we're in Paris. We're at the base of the Eiffel Tower. Standing in line, getting ready to go up. And we're on the first level of the Eiffel Tower, looking north over Paris. It's a modern area of Paris here. Now we're looking out over some of the older parts of Paris. And here we have the spire of Notre Dame. This is looking out west over Paris. Here's a canal. See in the city here.
Au XVIIIe siècle, où Madame de Staël porte le pas contre Napoléon. À bord, jardin des Tuileries, jardin dessiné à l'italienne au XVIe siècle, architecture de Médicis, à l'orée de la forêt du Louvre. Ce jardin fut créé de toutes pièces pour être un des lieux de rendez-vous de l'élégance parisienne. Aujourd'hui un musée du XVIIe siècle.
To start with, this was the and today houses a collection of 19th century art.
È oggi un museo nel quale sono state riunite alcune opere del XIX secolo.
In the 13th century, this was the fortress of the kings of France, out of the way of the crowded city. The Louvre has greatly evolved, as it has been variously enlarged, destroyed, rebuilt, overloaded, burnt, and built again to become what it is called. The Palais de l'Institut is the seat of the academies, and the French Institute.
Il Collegio delle Nazioni, costruito da Levaux nel XVII secolo, con la sua facciata quando si chiamava ancora Lutezia, era limitata solamente a quest'isola.
At its center point, the equestrian statue of King Henry IV, who put an end to the religious wars.
El puente nuevo es el más antiguo de París. Reconstruit par Napoléon III, il étouffe la Sainte-Chapelle, joyau de l'architecture gothique du XIIIe siècle au temps des croisades. Sur le plan architectural, cet édifice de pierre et de verre.
Questo edificio rappresenta un equilibrio perfetto di pietra e di vetro.
院内有一座13世纪十字军时代哥特式建筑的杰作圣母沙赞。
Enclave des universités traditionnelles avant l'éparpillement du savoir lorsque les études se faisaient en langue latine. Notre-Dame de Paris. Son parvis vient du mot paradis. Il est le point kilométrique zéro de toutes les nationales. Vous apercevez le long du quai la statue de l'empereur européen Charles. Es el punto kilométrico cero de la ruta.
광장을 뜻하는 파르기라는 불어는 파라다이스에서 유래합니다. 이 광장에 전국 국도의 거리 측정이 시작되는 제로 지점이 있습니다. 강변에 샤를마니 황제의 동상을 보실 수 있습니다.
By the architect Villard de Romecourt for the Bishop Maurice de Sully. It is symbolic of the Gothic period, along with the cathedrals of Chartres, Amiens and Reims.
Nuestra Señora de París fue construida para el obispo Maurice de Sully por el genial arquitecto Villard de Romecourt. La catedral fue terminada en 1330, como las catedrales de
대주교 광장. 이 앞쪽에는 2차 대전 강제 수용소 희생자 지하유지가 있습니다.
Pont de la Tournelle, la statue de Sainte Geneviève, patronne de Paris.
The Pont de la Tournelle, the statue of Saint Geneviève.
1882年起用。
우현의 파리 시청 광장입니다. 처음에는 마그레브라는 항구였습니다. 파리의 모든 상업과 조달이 하천 수송되던 시절 파리 시청이 생긴
La Plaza de Châtelet. Frente a frente vemos dos teatros que datan del siglo XIX de gran valor arquitectónico.
A bâbord,
Plus basse et plus petite. Il y avait alors des petits îlots qui ont été progressivement rattachés et constitués à la isla de la Cité. Había una serie de pequeñas
구성되었으며
palacio fue incendiado.
The gardens were made public at the request of the writer Charles Perrault.
El jardín de las Tuilerías, del palacio, incendiado en tiempos de la Comuna, solo se conserva el jardín que fuera concebido por Catalina de
incendiato durante la Comune, rimangono oggi solo i giardini, immaginati da Caterina de' Medici.
Royale, conçu par Gabriel. En 1792, cette place était pourvue d'une guillotine. Louis-Philippe, en 1836, y fit installer l'obélisque offert par l'Égypte à la France.
To starboard, Place de la Concorde, built during the 1836, the obelisk, given to France by Egypt.
A estribor, la Plaza de la Concordia. Fue construida por el arquitecto Gabriel en el sin número de ejecuciones capitales. En 1836, Luis Felipe ordenó la instalación del obelisco, donación hecha por Egipto a Francia.
A Triborgo,
Fueron construidas por el
是荣军院，这里原为汪萨公馆。
industrial, que sufrió transformaciones profundas en el 70.
A bâbord, il fronte della Senna, questo ex quartiere industriale, ha subito con i suoi grattacieli degli anni 70 una manatizzazione.
It's our last day, Sunday. We're at the de Gaulle Airport in Paris, waiting for the plane. Getting ready to go.